What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday, happy Forbidden Door evening to one and all. As you can see, I'm solo for the moment, but Cole will be here in a little while. Apparently, there's a shortage on fruit snacks, which is the reason he's running behind, and he's trying to track down his fruit snacks, apparently. But he'll be here in about 10 minutes or so, 10, 15, or approximately. So, I'm ready to go. I'm amped. I'm super stoked about this event, and no, Cena is not the special guest. But let's put the over under the number of Cena gear that Cole will be donning tonight. We'll start off with that. Over or under 2. The as far as Cole's attire tonight, how many John Cena articles of clothing will he be donning tonight? Over or under 2? All of it. No, seriously, he'll be here in a little bit. I know that he just got back from doing some traveling, and I think he said he had to do a couple things because he's a single dog parent for the weekend, and so he had to take care of a few things. But he'll be here in about 10 or 15 minutes, so no fear. Need to do a Raw watch along tomorrow? Oh, please, no. Never. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. I really get my fingers crossed that this is a good pay-per-view tonight. And I'm just reading the comments as they come in, so okay. A lot you guys are actually going on the over. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if he'll be wearing any. I just said that because I know that Cena's going to be on Raw tomorrow, and I'm sure we're going to be talking about it this upcoming week. So, speaking of this upcoming week, our podcast this week will actually be on Wednesday. I thought it was going to be Tuesday. Long story short, I have to take my wife to a doctor visit on Tuesday. Nothing serious or anything like that. Just requires for me to be the driver. So no podcast Tuesday, not a podcast Thursday because Cole will be traveling again. So this week, podcast will be on Wednesday. So we'll have a lot to talk about. So, yeah, I figured really for the first 45, 50 minutes, as I mentioned, we're going to be across all of our platforms just talking about the pay-per-view. Once Cole gets here, we're going to do our predictions for it and get your guys' thoughts as well. And it's a long card. I pulled it up earlier, and I didn't realize. I mean, not even including if you exclude the pre-show, so just the main card only, 9 matches, and then another 3 on the pre-card, which I think is going on right now or will be shortly. But let's be honest, guys. Does anybody really care about the pre-show? I mean, no offense to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No offense to the dozen guys on the pre-show. Oh, wait, no, there's more than that because that's 8-man tag. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 16 guys that are on the pre-show. But I don't care about the pre-show. I was talking with my wife about that before I left the house earlier, and I was like, the pre-show is really irrelevant in my opinion. So, Chris beat me to it, so I want to do that. So let's put the over or under as far as the guys coming out of tonight's pay-per-view. New injuries, not the guys currently injured on AEW. The guys that are injured coming out of the pay-per-view. Let's put the over or under at 3. Coming out of this pay-per-view, the guys that'll be injured, the guys that'll be injured and out for a couple weeks or a month, whatever. Let's put the over or under at 3. I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to say under because hopefully the guys tonight work safe. But I don't know, man. It's just that injury bug is not bitten not only AEW but just wrestling in general. Thomas says under. Brian says over. We'll see. a lot of stuff going on in wrestling this weekend too. I know that Warrior Wrestling had another show, I think just across the street from where Forbidden Door is taking place. We'll get the graphics going on our next podcast, hopefully, but we have the privilege of sponsoring the next women's title match, Warrior Women's Wrestling title match between Athena, current champion, as well as she's defending against friend of the show, Kylie Ray. And we've posted on our social media just joking about the fact that we kind of spoke this match into existence last time Kylie was on the podcast as a guest with us. So very cool to, given the opportunity to be a sponsor for that match. So that's that's a dream match for some, to be honest. It's where else you wouldn't see that in Kylie probably would never have gone to WWE, and to this day I'm shocked that Athena got let go. So Travis has 2 injuries but 65 botches. Another over-under that we will be doing, but I want to wait until Cole gets here because I want to get his thoughts on this, but we will do the customary, anytime we do an AEW watch party, we do an over or under as far as the number of super kicks. So we'll do that a little bit later, but I want to get Cole involved in that. And so just half joking, but half serious. I mean, it's like the most overdone move in wrestling outside of the Destroyer. So how's everybody's weekend going? Anything cool going on? Do we have anybody new that hasn't been with us before? If you are a first-time viewer, let us know. We always like to give our first-time viewers a proper shout-out. If you haven't watched us in a while, but you're joining us, thanks for tuning in. Let us know. We want to give you a proper shout-out as well. As I mentioned at the top, we will be switching over to our Twitch channel only in about 50 minutes. So once the main card begins, I will be killing the feed to Facebook and YouTube. So if you're on YouTube right now and you want to continue to participate in our watch party, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, we will be exclusive to our Twitch channel only, twitch.tv/Going Broadway Podcast. You will have to be over on Twitch in order to participate in our free giveaways as well. Just a quick spoiler alert, we're not going to do any free giveaways during the first hour. Or will we? But no, seriously, guys, we got some cool stuff we're going to be giving away. We're going to do it a little differently tonight. So what I will do as far as our giveaways, I'm not going to say how many we're doing, but whenever we have a winner, what I'm going to do is the person has to send us a DM. I think it's called a whisper on Twitch. So it's basically just a private message or direct message or whatever on Twitch to officially claim their prize. But I will let him or her know what their selections are as it relates to prizes that we have, and they will get first pick. So tonight, our winners get to pick from the prizes. We're not picking. We're giving you guys the option. So we're going to tell you, whoever the winners are, this is what you have to choose from. You get to pick. But guys, we've got belts. We've got ring/event used stuff. Just cool stuff. That's all I'm going to say. Ryan, I agree. I was going to mention that whenever we get to our predictions, but I feel like this pay-per-view would have been. Don't get me wrong. I'm still amped about it. I think it's going to be a good show, but I think the injuries really hurt the what could have been, I guess. So, Ryan, I'm not sure. Are you talking to me? You lost some weight. I wish. Is that a belt joke? We have wrestling belts, plural. So, I'm stoked about tonight in general. Just being able to hang out with you guys, hang out with Cole, just watch some wrestling. It feels like a minute since I've been able to watch a pay-per-view from start to finish. It's just been been a busy season for me. I feel like I've had to watch pay-per-views like in bits and pieces, and inevitably, for the most part, I'll get to see the vast majority of them, but not be able to sit through them in one viewing, much less live. So, Punk might come in after the title match, but I mean, he's not going to be ready. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be maybe a face-off or something like that. But no, we'll see. Once again, guys, I see that we still have a few people on our Facebook and YouTube feeds. Feel free to hang out with us on Facebook and YouTube for the next 45 minutes or so. But please switch to Twitch. That's our motto for tonight. Switch over to our Twitch channel. Again, twitch.tv/Going Broadway Podcast. You will have to change over to that. If you don't have an account already, create one, make one, whatever. It's free. Our giveaways tonight are free. You just have to be watching live to win at any given point. He has arrived. You got the fruit snacks? He's got the fruit snacks. Ladies and gentlemen, Cole Abel.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the greatest wrestling podcast ever, even though you've been here for like 15-ish minutes. I do apologize. My schedule has been completely out of whack since I've been back. But I'm here, and I'm ready for some Forbidden Door.
I put the over-under as far as how much Cena gear you'd have on since he's going to be on Raw tomorrow. I actually put the over-under at 2, but he's got nothing.
I actually did debate wearing my new jersey, but I thought I'd save it for our show after he debuts. So,
debuts?
Re-debuts.
This Cena kid's going to be something.
I think the Cena guy might be like the greatest of all time at some point. Yeah.
Oh, man. So, I actually joked that you were late because there was a fruit snack shortage and you had to make multiple stops.
The kind I like, they were out of, and I was pretty upset about it.
Oh, the Welch's?
I got Welch's, but I like the mixed one.
Yeah.
And I had to settle for strawberry.
Yeah. Beggars can't be choosers.
I guess that's what I get for waiting until the last minute.
That's all right.
I went to my irregular spot. I didn't go to my normal fruit snack dealer, if you will.
Just responding to you guys' comments as far as Kenny Omega, I mean, wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility, but I actually do believe him that he's probably got a little bit before he returns. I mean, if he were healthy, he'd be on tonight's card, in my opinion. Now, they might set up a future match with some kind of like a face-off or something like that, or a vignette or whatever.
Let the music play, let him come out, let's get the pop kind of thing. Ooh, my volume's on.
So we got to do our predictions. We also got to put a over or under as far as number of super kicks tonight. That's customary for our anytime we do an AEW one.
An AEW one. It's like we have to count these.
We do have to factor in though that the Bucks match is no longer an 8-man tag. It is a 6-man tag now.
Ooh. Well.
Will that matter? Probably not, because they took out Hikuleo, and I don't know if he throws a lot of super kicks or not. Got him.
Tonight's cuisine is unofficially sponsored by Welch's Strawberry Fruit Snacks and Airheads. I had to say it like that. I don't know why.
Airheads.
When your head has air. I don't know. But
fruit snack shortage. Never say that again. I'm sorry. Did I offend?
Someone's really like, hey, it's a real deal. Like
how dare you?
It's gone. Never to return ever again.
The cool thing about podcast microphones is it's not at all hard to sound like that Mr. Movie Phone guy.
In a world where fruit snacks are disappearing left and right.
Close. Okay, so while you're getting fired up here, super kicks. Let's talk about it.
I'm fired up.
The computer. I know.
I'm almost there.
I know you're fired up, but let's talk about super kicks.
I forget we're on Twitch. I got to go to Twitch.
Well, we're on all three for the time being. I'm gonna kill the feed once we.
I want to go ahead and get on Twitch. That's what I want.
Switch to Twitch. How do you sign up to Twitch? Just go to twitch.tv and make an account. I'm sure there's like a sign up thing that you go to. Again, it's free. It shouldn't take you long. I mean, you just have to have a valid email address. I think that's it. I don't know, guys. Help out Jimmy here. I'm pretty sure you just go to twitch.tv and sign up or sign in. And if you hit sign in, it'll probably prompt you it'll say like don't have an account yet or something like that. Just Google create Twitch account. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Okay, over or under super kicks. Let's put the over or under at 35.
You think there's going to be 35 super kicks?
Okay. 30.
I feel like we went really high last time, and we got close.
We got really close. We were within unofficial count. We were within 2 last time.
And I think I said like 20 something.
35. Thomas still says over. Okay, over or under 30.
I'm gonna say.
I think our over or under last time was like 27.
I'm gonna say 25.
Okay.
Because I still think 30. Now, keep in mind, I'm not very familiar with the New Japan product as much as I am the AEW side of things.
They throw some. I'll just...
So that does affect a little bit. But for the most part, I still think... My thing is do we think that this is going to be a more... Because they're very different in style still. Mm-hmm. Do we think this is going to be more Americanized than New Japan? Or do we think this is going to be more... Like, that's where it gets iffy for me on some of these matches is like, I don't know. Yeah. But I don't know.
Okay, over under 30. You said, how many did you say, 25?
I say 25.
Okay. I'm actually going to say under as well. I'm thinking we'll see some. I think the Bucks match alone will see a dozen. But after that...
they're the ones that make the count go way up.
After that... I'm just going to kind of eyeball the card. I'm not counting pre-show. Pre-show's going on right now that has zero relevance to our...
Who was on the pre-show?
There's 3 matches on the pre-show. There is an 8-man tag with the Gun Club. Have you seen that?
8-man tag with the Gun Club.
Gun Club and Max Caster. So Billy Austin...
That's only 3.
Billy Austin and Colton Gunn and Max Caster against...
you said 8-man tag, though.
8-man tag. So the Gun Club, Billy, Austin, and Colton plus Max Caster against Yuya Uemura and the New Japan LA Dojo, which is Alex Coughlin, which we saw him at Warrior Wrestling, the DKC, and Kevin Knight. Then we have the Factory, QT Marshall, and Aaron Solo against Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi. And then... This is not a pre-show match. Swerve and Keith Lee against El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. I think I said that right. I don't know the Kanemaru guy, but I know El Desperado, and of course we know Keith and Swerve. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually a decent match. So I'm kind of contradicting what I said about pre-show matches kind of being irrelevant, which for all intents and purposes, it is irrelevant, but at the same time, I think it could be a good match. So that's 3 matches on the pre-show. Back to our super kick prediction. Moxley and Tanahashi. Tanahashi has thrown some. The Fatal 4-Way, Jay White, Okada, Hangman Page, Adam Cole. We'll probably see some there. Pac, Miro, Malachi Black, Clark Connors. Might see some there. Which, by the way, Clark Connors substituting for Tomohiro Ishii, who got injured, I think. I think he injured his knee, something like that. Kind of takes away some, I don't know, momentum from that match, because I was looking forward to like an Ishii Miro face off. We've got Jericho and Guevara with Minoru Suzuki, Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, Shota Umino, maybe, I don't know. Will Ospreay and Orange Cassidy. We'll probably see some there.
Now, are we counting Orange Cassidy's
No.
little kick thing?
No. FTR, United Empire, Roppongi Vice. Doubtful. We might see one. Thunder Rosa, Tony Storm. Who cares?
Doubtful.
I mean, anyway. Bullet Club. So Phantasmo and the Bucks against Darby, Sting, and Shingo Takagi. Definitely we'll see some there. And then Zack Sabre Jr. against the mystery opponent of Bryan Danielson's choosing. Zack Sabre Jr. throws some. Depending on his opponent, we won't see any, or we could see some. I think we all can agree that it's likely one person. Slight possibility it could be somebody else. I know there's a distant possibility that's an option as well that would be very, 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 very underwhelming. No disrespect to him, but
we'll get there,
we'll
but
get
I can only think of one. And I don't even know if it's the popular one.
I'd be all right with it.
I haven't heard any rumors.
Lance Archer is on right now against Nick Camarado. Why? Okay, interesting.
I guess because you could kind of say Lance Archer is like the New Japan. Like, they've been kind of making him more New Japan throughout these past couple weeks, I feel like.
So if you count the pre-show, I mentioned this before you got here. If you count the pre-show, this is a 13-match card. So 9 matches on the main card, but...
we'll be here till midnight, y'all.
Yeah.
It's going to be 11 something.
Well, yeah, I read that the media scrum or whatever is scheduled to start at 11:30 Central. So the main card's probably got to be over by 11. So midnight Eastern. So 6:25. Let's do this. Let's just hold on. I'm intrigued. Andrew says, well, it's not Johnny Gargano. Do tell. Do tell. He was in Chicago as of this morning, but that was because he had some kind of signing or Comic-Con or something like that. Allegedly, he was he had booked that months and months in advance, which I don't doubt that that's true, but
sometimes things worked out. I mean, here's the thing. He wasn't supposed to be on the card anyways because it was supposed to be Bryan Danielson. So when things happen last minute, sometimes things happen
indeed
last minute. I'm not saying that's who I thought it was, but
he's on his way home apparently.
Is he?
You can fake a lot of things.
When he said home, did he mean a new wrestling home?
I'd be curious to know what the post is. You know what? I'm going to jump over to his tweets.
His tweeter. I've never understood that. They call it Twitter, but why aren't they called twits?
I don't know.
Why are they called tweets?
So 3 hours ago, he says, thanks for the fun 8-hour Chicago. Flight time to Orlando, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Allegedly, there's a picture of him on a plane.
Well, that could have been anybody on any plane at any time.
There is Photoshop.
There are previous photos.
Yeah. He put a timer on his Twitter account showing his arrival time to Orlando.
It's almost like he's baiting you in, though.
Yeah. It could be true. We're not saying it's not, but it's just because something gets posted don't mean anything.
Again, he was not the person I thought of.
Oh, no. I mean, he was my slim possibility alternate, I guess. But anyway, let's just go through the card. So again, we're not doing pre-show because that's going on right now and whatever.
I predict all the people that win. There you go.
We're done. See you guys Wednesday. Cole only had to go through like 3 fruit snacks.
And then I got there.
Okay. Which one do I want to start with? Let's just start with the inaugural AEW All-Atlantic Championship match, the Fatal 4-Way with Pac, Miro, Malachi Black, and Clark Connors. I'm going Clark Connors.
No, you're not.
I know.
Don't even. I love, because he's the New Japan representation, right? Like, I love how it's a guy with the whitest name I've ever heard in my entire life.
Jeff Green.
It's like Bob Johnson.
We oughta baby eats a boy. You remember those commercials?
Yes, but I'm just like, why nothing against that. I'm just saying, like, for me, I probably should reposition myself because I'm like the most out of here. There we go.
We'll figure out the camera stuff. I tried to angle
This is what happens when I show up late.
Well, I tried to angle the cameras so that we're a little further back because we're going to be...
Oh, yeah, I need to go this way.
We're going to be watching this TV.
We'll adjust it here in just a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I mean...
Here's my thing. Let me eliminate people first. I don't think it's Clark Connors. This is a straight 1 pinfall, too, right? It's not elimination.
I think it's just 1 pinfall.
Straight 1 pinfall. Okay. I don't think it's Clark Connors, and I don't think it's Malachi Black. Those are the first 2 that I'm going to eliminate off jump.
You're eliminating Malachi.
I don't think Malachi Black needs the title right now. One, they've had him in the world's longest storyline I think I've ever seen with one tag team ever. And it wasn't even with a title or anything involved. And I really don't understand the storyline anymore. Like, I don't even know why they dislike each other anymore. Like, it's just, like, we just fight each other every week for no reason.
Just because.
I don't think it's him, and I don't think he needs it. Based on the fact that Clark Connors has never done anything with AEW ever, I don't think that there's even a wild card chance that he wins it. This is where it gets tough for me because I think the other 2 both could utilize the push in a sense. I think they could utilize having a title. I am of the mindset that I'd almost rather it be Pac.
I would rather it. Okay. You finish your prediction and
I would rather it be Pac because Pac has been an OG. He has done everything they've asked him. He has put on great matches. I just think that it makes sense to put on, Miro's gotten his chance to be TNT champion. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, but you can't bring Miro back and have him lose matches. This would be a safe one to have him lose because he doesn't have to take the pinfall necessarily. And you could even have them start a feud right after that, long term, as far as that goes. But I'm kind of the mindset that it needs to be Pac, and so I'm going to go with Pac. I think Clark Connors is the one that takes the pin no matter what. I think that was one that New Japan's like, we can't afford to lose that, and we can afford for him to take the pinfall. So
right.
I'm going with Pac.
I actually think Pac takes the pinfall. Hold on. If it were up to me, if I were booking this, I would agree with you. I would put it on Pac. But the way I look at it, Ishii was supposed to be in the match. I'm looking at it from New Japan's side. I wouldn't be surprised if anyone that is New Japan on this card, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see one New Japan guy taking a pinfall tonight. Just from the aspect of, okay, AEW wants this relationship.
There would have to be at least one.
New Japan has to. What, I have a number from Collinsville calling me. Hang on.
Bum 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 ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. Hey. Sorry. That's what happens when you do rap concerts all the time. So I want to talk through what he was just talking about. So the mindset of, will New Japan take any pinfalls tonight. A lot of them are in like safer matches. Like we have a lot of tag team, multiple man matches and whatnot. So I kind of get the mindset there. Obviously, you have Moxley, the singles match with Moxley. So theoretically, someone would have to take a pinfall there, unless it's going to be a good old no winner match.
Wrong number.
Oh, nice.
It was a local number though, so I wanted to answer it.
Yeah, you never know when it's like someone with a free bag of money.
Publishers Clearinghouse.
You want a free vacation to nowhere.
So anyway, back to the match. If it were me, I'd want Pac to win, but I know that he's also had like travel issues and things like that, and it's like you don't know when that stuff is gonna come up. But as far as so Ishii is supposed to be in this match, and I know that he's one of New Japan's main guys. My thought process is, yes, Clark Connors can take the pinfall, but New Japan might also be looking at it from the standpoint, well, he takes Ishii's place, so we still want to make him look strong, and I don't see Malachi Black taking the pin. I don't know. I think Miro gets the win. I think Pac takes the pinfall. Don't agree with it. We'll see.
So you're going Miro. I'm going Pac.
Yep. Let's do the 6-man tag. Jericho and Guevara plus Suzuki against Kingston, Yuta, and Shota Umino.
Say it one more time. I missed it. What was the match?
Jericho, Guevara, Suzuki against Kingston, Yuta, and Umino. The winning team receives the man advantage for Blood and Guts.
Well, seeing that outside of Suzuki, because wait, is Yuta gonna be Wheeler Yuta gonna be in the Blood and Guts match?
No, I don't think so.
So the only person on that team that's even in the Blood and Guts match is Kingston.
I think it's Kingston, Santana, Ortiz, Moxley, and Danielson. If he's
he's not cleared. It's gonna be the guy that he picked.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna actually go with Jericho, Sammy, and Suzuki.
I am also, because I'm looking at it from the standpoint, so the Jericho Appreciation Society won the Anarchy in the Arena match, which, again, dumb name, but mad props to them. I know we talked about it. I loved the match. I even liked the entrance music playing throughout. I know you didn't. Matter of preference. But I mean, that was intended. Apparently, it wasn't like a botch. It wasn't like something just couldn't be shut off. But anyway, I'm agreeing with you. I think Jericho and his guys get the win, but then ultimately, Kingston, his team, gets the win at Blood and Guts.
Well, they're more aggressive of the two, so I kind of feel like they will.
Yeah. Let's see. Ospreay and Orange Cassidy for the IWGP United States Championship, which they don't have physical possession of.
First off, why are we wasting Will Ospreay on Orange Cassidy?
Agreed.
Not that I dislike Orange Cassidy, but this is not a dream match for Will Ospreay. I'm sorry. Like, this is not... Like, look at the stacked... I know there's a lot of injuries, but look at the stacked AEW. Like, I would much rather have seen Swerve or Keith Lee against Will Ospreay, and they're on the pre-show in a tag match.
I got more excited about Ospreay against Dax on Dynamite, which was a great match, by the way.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, I'm just looking at the roster, and I'm kind of like, there are so many other people that I would much rather see Will Ospreay against. Orange Cassidy wouldn't have made probably my top 20. Again, no diss at him. All these tag matches that they're doing, Orange Cassidy could have got put in any of those tag matches.
Swap him out with Trent Beretta. Trent Beretta would have put on a better match than with Will Ospreay.
I still think that's even like kind of bogus. I'm
saying for purposes of illustrating how,
like, to me, Adam Cole doesn't need to be in that Fatal 4-Way match. Like, why couldn't it have been Adam Cole versus Ospreay? That match to me would have sold more tickets. You know, whether it's happened before or not in the past, I'm just saying that to me was a more intriguing match than other things.
I mean,
but
you could have thrown Pac in that match against Ospreay.
Pac would have been good. Malachi Black would have been like all these guys they have a lot of guys that are in like, I mean, Kyle O'Reilly would have been good.
If Ospreay loses to Orange, we riot.
Samoa Joe.
Oh man, yeah, that'd have been a good one.
Which I don't know. He's not even on this card.
Isn't that wild?
To me, that's insane. Now that I think about it, like we got Orange Cassidy and Ospreay when we could have had Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I think
we gotta predict.
I think we can agree Will Ospreay gets.
I don't see how you could have Ospreay lose this. One, the title's on the line, but two, he is far above Orange Cassidy as far as.
Yeah. Just a disclaimer. I promise this will legitimately be my pre-planned restroom break. Thunder Rosa against Toni Storm. I literally don't care.
I don't think they're going to have Thunder Rosa lose.
No.
On a Forbidden Door card.
And neither of them are even, like, they're both AEW. Like, why are you even having this match? In a card where you've already got 13 matches if you include the pre-show. Why is this necessary?
I'm kind of intrigued that they even not that they shouldn't, have women's matches, but that they have a women's match on the card where New Japan can't really offer up any women.
Well, I mean, they could have. I know they have a partnership with is it Stardom? I think it's
right.
You
could have still done like Riho or like somebody of the trying to be.
Andrew makes a great point. This would have been a good pre-show match.
I would have rather have had Swerve and
exactly
and Keith Lee on the main card. But I get it. They are better about highlighting their championships on pay-per-views, so I do get it. But I think, especially if Thunder Rosa retains, I think that you could have done insert any big Japanese women's wrestler name here, had Thunder Rosa put on a good match with her, and been done. Like still get the win, whatever, it's cool. But I don't think this match really fits the card in nature.
Not at all.
Now, if the door was open to be Forbidden Door with other companies in general, then we could have looked at bringing in Deonna Purrazzo. We could have looked at bringing in maybe Camille, because I saw she's going to be doing some indie stuff with some of these same women's as well.
Did you say Wendy's?
Wendy's, the Wendy's. These women as well. And so I'm like, it would have made more sense to bring in a non-AEW talent to fight her at a Forbidden Door thing.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we can agree.
Thunder Rosa.
Just look at the 6-man tag. We've got Bullet Club, Phantasma and the Bucks against Darby, Sting, and Shingo Takagi. Oop, Mike.
Based off the fact that Bullet Club is probably going to sell a ton of merch at this event.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say Bullet Club wins. It's a sad day.
This ain't working.
Don't touch it.
There we go.
Don't touch it.
I'm going Bullet Club as well. It only makes sense for them to.
First off, Sting shouldn't be in this match. I get he's a crowd pop. I do. Guys, I get it. But he should not be in this match. He should be managing. They should have got another New Japan guy to be in this match with Darby or something like that, because I'm not of the mindset that he needs to wrestle.
I mean, I would have rather just seen a tag with Bucks against Darby and Takagi. Like,
I get that they're trying to have like the Bullet Club thing.
I get it,
but
whatever. Let's see. Where am I at here? I lost my spot. Let's do the three-way for the winner takes all tag title match. FTR against United Empire against Roppongi Vice. Dax and Cash, Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb, Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero.
Well, I think it's safe to say that Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero are not winning this match.
I don't know. They were big in New Japan.
That's cool, but they are not big in AEW. They are not big in ROH. They are not, like, to do a winner take all match. I don't think I could ever put my money on them.
The only reason I'm saying you can't rule them out is because it's not the AEW tag titles on the line. If they were on the line here, I'd be like, absolutely not.
ROH has a big pay-per-view coming up. I think it's going to be in the announcement that's going to be made of the...
I'm sure they'll make it tonight.
Dishonor... What's that one called?
Death by Dishonor.
Death by Dishonor. That's going to be coming up probably in the next month or two. So I severely doubt that they're going to want one of the other two teams on the card. They have a bigger pull right now. So I'm actually going to say that I think Trent Beretta takes the pinfall in this match.
Okay. Just real quick, you said so their Death Before Dishonor events, those are usually in September. The July pay-per-views or the June pay-per-views is best in the world, so it might be.
Yeah, but I think they're skipping it.
They might.
I had read a rumor that Tony Khan was going to be announcing that it was going to be Death by Dishonor as their next pay-per-view, which September's still not that far off.
Yeah.
To start building towards that card and getting more ROH storylines going on AEW television and whatnot. But with that being said, I think I know where you're going. I think I have to agree. For the sake of what's best for tag team wrestling right now.
Well, hold on. Before we get too far, do we think that there is going to be like a team that actually walks out with both championships, or do we get some kind of DQ to where there's not a title change?
I think they know that these DQ things aren't going to cut it tonight.
Okay.
I really don't think we're going to see, if we do maybe one match that could have like a dusty finish, if you will, or no clear winner.
Right.
But other than that, I don't think we're going to see DQs and whatnot. And technically, in a triple threat match, there are no DQs.
Good point.
So, because who do you give the winner to?
Something I find interesting is that the AAA tag titles are not on the line.
I'm going to go with FTR. I think
well.
what's best for tag team wrestling and future storylines. They've been wanting to work the New Japan thing anyway, so this gives them the opportunity to do that.
So it's best for business.
And I think New Japan sees that as well. Like, it makes sense. I don't think they'll hold them very long. They'll probably drop them in a, dirty way at the next, New Japan event. But regardless.
Yeah. I'm going FTR as well. How many have we disagreed on? Just the first one?
So far, yeah.
Okay. Did that one. Zack Sabre Jr. against the mystery opponent.
So we have to guess the mystery opponent first. I'm assuming the main one that everyone's thinking is Cesaro.
Which I agree. That's who I think it is also.
I was thinking Cesaro. I'm assuming your underwhelming one was Jonathan Gresham.
It is.
As far as he is a technical wrestler and very good at it. So Bryan Danielson really hyped him up hard if it is him.
Yeah.
Cesaro is a very good technical wrestler as well.
Is there anybody else that we're not thinking of that it could be? So, you guys that are watching, if there's somebody that's like that we've not mentioned that's under the radar, maybe that someone that's been mentioned on social media that
I couldn't say Johnny Gargano because I don't consider him like a technical wrestler, right? Like when I think technical wrestlers, he's a good wrestler. But I don't know if I would call him one of the technical guys. And so when Bryan Danielson was saying that a lot and was really focused on the technical side of wrestling, I was like, I don't think it's him. And I'm starting to kind of think through who else could be out there that's available. You know what I mean? Like that.
Danny Hodge. How old is he?
It's not John Hennigan, right? Like it wouldn't be Johnny Impact or whatever you want to call him. I wouldn't call him a.
Danny Hodge died in December 2020.
Ouch.
I actually thought he was still alive.
Rough.
He was like in his 70s or 80s.
We're not gonna say David Benoit. I think it has to be a name for them to tease it that hard.
Okay, so Thomas brought up a name that we had talked about already, not for this match. The only reason he says Samoa Joe. The only reason I think it's not Samoa Joe is because I don't think Samoa Joe is going to be in a faction. Because Excalibur really hyped up that whoever's in the match is the newest member of Blackpool Combat Club.
That's interesting because they don't think Jonathan Gresham would be that either. He already has a faction.
I don't think he would be either.
With ROH, if those guys return. Do Do we think it could be an Impact person of sorts? Do we think it could be
So somebody that is
like an Eddie Edwards, or not that I'm saying he's a technical. I'm just saying as far as introducing ROH people, which is what their goal is going to have to be here in the next week or two, or month or two, could it be one of those guys that was ROH that is in Impact right now? That's a mindset that came. I don't think it would be Wyatt, even though he's just trademarked under a AEW name.
It's not a technical wrestler.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He would be the only like big name. I'm thinking big name though.
Yeah.
Because for them to come out on TV and hype it up saying he's not only going to be a Forbidden Door as my replacement, but he's also going to be in Blood and Guts. My thing is, I don't know if Cesaro fits a Blood and Guts match.
That's a good point.
That's where I'm struggling, is that you go technical on one match and then you go like super hardcore on the other. I just don't know. I've not seen that side of Cesaro in so long that I don't know if he's the guy.
Regal's already in the faction. I don't know. I mean,
I'm going to stick with that. I think it's Cesaro because out of the big names, I don't know how it wouldn't be him when you're talking technical.
Yeah.
He said one of the greatest technical wrestlers in the world. Most of those guys that we could throw into that argument are already signed somewhere.
Yeah.
The other person that comes to my mind, and just because we know him, we've had conversations, I don't think he'd be there. Davey Richards.
I thought about him too. Like I will come unglued if it's him.
If it was him and it was just those two quick off appearances, I could understand it. But if they're going to be, I didn't hear that it was billed as the newest member of the Blackpool Combat.
Well, I haven't gone back and watched it on TV. I was watching Dynamite as this segment was happening, but I've read outlets say that Excalibur really hyped it. I don't remember him saying it. Doesn't mean he didn't, but
if he's not the newest member, I could see Davey Richards.
I could too,
as a far out one as well, from the mindset of technical wrestling.
Bret Hart. Gosh.
Other than that, I don't think we're gonna see any like Kurt Angles or anybody that kind of has that background, if you will. So I'm gonna say Cesaro. So it'd be Cesaro versus. This is where it gets hard because the other name on the side of this doc is
Zack Sabre Jr.
And that's not like their low card name.
No, I'm actually gonna predict that we don't get a winner.
So this is one you're thinking that there won't be a winner. Are you saying that because whoever is in this match is going to be involved in Blood and Guts, so there technically could be interference,
some kind of DQ,
from that regard?
Maybe there's like a time limit draw, or maybe it's like a 45-minute time limit draw or something. Who knows?
Interesting. I'm going to say that there will be a winner.
Okay.
And I'm going to say Zack Sabre Jr.
Okay.
Mainly because if you look at the card, I think that you want to balance who's winning and losing. Mm-hmm. And this is a non-title match. Again, you have that option of Cesaro, whoever this person is, could lose with somebody interfering, and it won't hurt them, knowing that we're both saying that team is going to win at Blood and Guts. So they'll get their main W, if you will. I know they like to protect those big names when they come in, but this could be one where I'm like, for the sake of how you're coming in, you're going to be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick a winner just for the sake of picking a winner. I mean, my off the record prediction, I don't think we'll get a winner. On the record though, just for the sake of making a prediction, I'm gonna say it's Cesaro as well, and that he gets the win.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna say the other. Cool.
Just for the sake of picking a winner.
Right. Okay. Charlie Haas.
No. Did they do that theme?
Bronson Reed. I don't know if Bronson Reed could be considered
technical. Yeah.
He's good. I kind of feel like he might be underwhelming too.
Jeff, we've got it. We've got it on our TV right now, but we've got it muted while we're talking. Did they do that theme? Did they do that on TV? If so, because I know what you're talking about. Danhausen has like a band that he's worked with, and they've created like this custom music video about the Gun Club, but they're the Bleep Boys.
Right.
Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, it's hilarious.
I need to go watch it.
But Ryan, help me out. Did they do that? Did they do that theme on this event? Because I saw Danhausen come out.
They did. Yeah, they did it.
Man. Because I saw the Gun Club run to the back. Oh my gosh, I missed it. I got it. Oh, that's great. Well, it comes back to haunt me in the end for not watching a buy-in. Okay, back to our predictions because we're gonna have to gotta get these predictions in within the next 7 or 8 minutes. Let's see. We did that one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 2 left. So the two title matches. There we go. Fatal 4-Way IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Jay White, Kazuchika Okada, Adam Page, Adam Cole.
Say them one more time.
Jay White, Kazuchika Okada, Hangman Adam Page, Adam Cole. Sorry, I had an Excalibur moment.
Say it one more time backwards in Japanese. No.
No, I'll offend somebody if I even try.
This one is really hard. This one's really hard. I have my safe pick, if you will. But I really want to get risky here because really I could see any one of the 4 winning.
My pick is risky.
I could see any one of the 4 winning. Okada could win because he's technically New Japan still, so it would just be a change of belt of hands within New Japan.
Yeah.
Adam Cole has a history in New Japan. He could easily go and work that scene as well. Jay White, obviously retaining, would be the safe pick. Adam Page, from my knowledge, hasn't really worked a whole lot in New Japan.
No, before pre-AEW he did.
But
when he was in Ring of Honor, he did some New Japan stuff. He wasn't upper card by any means,
right?
though.
So this would be his opportunity to go over there, especially losing the title, like giving him something to do right now. So it's tough because my thing is Adam Cole's taking a lot of losses in the big matches, and that's where I'm struggling. Is that I think Okada would be okay.
Are they really going to give Max Caster the rub here? Jeez.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway.
I think Okada would be okay if he doesn't win. I don't see Adam Hangman Page winning this match.
He is not my pick. I'll say that much.
I think that out of the 2, I'm down to Jay White and Adam Cole. Okay. And the safe pick is Jay White. The risky pick for me would be Adam Cole.
Okay.
Because you said yours is going to be risky, I want to differ you on a few of them. I'm going to go with safe pick and say Jay White wins.
Okay. Definitely the safe pick. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it turns out. But I did want a risky pick. This is going to be my risky pick. I don't think it's going to be Okada because the story is out that his wife is pregnant, and I'm surprised he's even doing this match. So he's probably going to be taking some time off. I'm not behind Adam Page winning this match. Not behind him winning the IWGP title. I don't like it. It makes no sense to me. I'm going Adam Cole to win the IWGP title. My logic is ever since he's been in AEW, just the entire run has seemed, I don't want to say underwhelming. It's just seemed flat. Maybe it's the best
they're
word.
Trying to keep him relevant, knowing they have nothing for him to do right now.
But he's lost 2 AEW world title matches.
That's the problem I'm having.
You're telling me he's going to be in a 3rd world title match and losing again? I get that they could build a storyline out of that and can't win the big one, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. They could do that, but
I want to get risky with you. I do, but I'd like to differ on a few. So I will go on the other end of it just for the sake of tonight and say Jay White. But I like the pick. If Adam Cole wins, I could see that. I think that would, to me, be the right call. Speaking of which, the flyer is up. That probably might be match of the night.
I love these graphics, too, the motion graphics that they're using now.
I feel like this one has the potential to be match of the night. Just with the names that are involved.
I think this could be a sleeper match of the night.
It's going to be good, too, for sure.
So, all right, last match, and then I got to jump over to the other computer to my left and get the feed going. And last match, Moxley and Tanahashi, interim AEW World Championship match.
This one is not as easy.
It's not easy, but I mean,
because it's interim, so there's going to be eventually a CM Punk versus whoever wins.
Yeah.
I think you could build two storylines here, though, if you do it right. If CM Punk comes out, because they're in Chicago, so you still need to have that pop from CM Punk. Mm-hmm. I think if CM Punk comes out and gets involved in the match, it would be the best thing for both storylines. Because right now, I am really disinterested in who wins this match. I'm not really a fan of one or the other. I think if it were me, this is what I would do. They obviously wanted to do Punk versus Tanahashi.
Yep.
That was the build match ahead of time.
That was the plan.
Had that happened, Moxley would have been in that three-man tag match or whatever they're doing right now. Mm-hmm. I think Moxley was the big name to sell the card, but is going to take the loss. I don't think he should take a clean loss. So what I would do is I would have CM Punk come out and find a way to help Tanahashi win. So short term, whenever Punk is healed, they could do Tanahashi versus CM Punk and get the dream match that we want, which sounds like it might be on a New Japan card based off of what Tanahashi had said in a promo or whatever. And then it also gives long-term storytelling because he screwed Jon Moxley. So then on AEW television, you could be setting up for a CM Punk versus Jon Moxley world title match come,
whenever.
Full Gear or All In or All Out, whatever one. I always say the wrong name.
All ...
Future, or if it even is long term as far as Revolution goes, you have that ability. So
speak of the devil.
I'm actually going to say Tanahashi gets the win here.
I'm actually going to agree with you. I know Moxley's the Vegas favorite, so to speak. I'm going Tanahashi because he was the original plan against Punk in this match.
Had it been Punk, I would have said Punk would have just won.
Agreed.
But because they're setting up for long-term, short-term, long-term, in a sense. But
I feel like you can book more long-term by having Tanahashi win this match because I agree with everything you said. So,
yep.
All right, guys. I'm going to, real quick, last chance. If you are on our Facebook or YouTube feed right now, jump over to our Twitch channel, switch to Twitch, twitch.tv/Going Broadway Podcast. The pay-per-view is starting shortly, if it hasn't already, because I've got it muted over here. There wasn't really a clean break in between what was the pre-show and what was the main card. Okay, it says next, so I guess technically the pre-show is ending. But switch to Twitch, twitch.tv/Going Broadway Podcast, if you haven't already. And we're going to be killing our Facebook and YouTube feeds right now.
Right